Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. In the name of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companions, and all those who follow him to the day of judgment. We are here at the Caribbean restaurant, inshallah. We are about to have some goat roti, inshallah, with Sheikh Rios. Alhamdulillah. So we are here. Yesterday we spoke about my first journey to Islam. My first journey towards the masjid, my first visit towards the masjid. So my first visit included seeing for the first time the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on top of the masjid. Also, going to the masjid with my friend. And finally observing the prayer for the first time after 9 months of being in a journey of reading the Quran. Finally I get a chance to see the masjid, right? To go inside to this place that for 9 months I've been trying to get close to Allah, and it's considered a house of Allah. Now, I concluded after the prayer, the first prayer that I did in 1999 was when I met Imam Muhammad Al-Hayek. So this is today, inshallah, talk about the meeting of my first Imam. So now, so first and foremost, when we met, the first question he asked me after Salat al-Maghrib, he asked me, where do you acquire the Quran from? And I said, I stole it. So the Imam ended up asking me, he was kind of shocked. He was like, what? I said, yeah, I stole it from my friend. So therefore when he told me, you gotta give it back. So I said, Imam, I'll give it back if I get the same one, right? Otherwise, if I don't get the same one, I'm going to pay for the price, right? I'm going to pay for it. So now, alhamdulillah, the Imam Al-Hayek, he ran inside the library and looked, searched until he found the same edition. So alhamdulillah, so he gave me as a gift my first Quran. So then I returned the other Quran that was my friend for 9 months, my only friend for 9 months, that helped me rehabilitate my internal self, and also helped rehabilitate my actions, right, and my words, my spirit and my actions. Now, I just wanted to highlight that we were blessed, and we're blessed in the North Hudson Islamic Educational Center in Union City, New Jersey, because we had a consistent class for almost 20 years, introduction to Islam, right? And these are classes for new Muslims and non-Muslims. So this is something that not many masajid, not many mosques have, right? And this is something that we were privileged to have these kind of classes. Now, when I chose for the second time, right after leaving the mosque, now comes the second experience. This time, first time I came to the mosque with Muhammad, right, and that's when I met Imam Al-Hayek on that Wednesday. But then, after several days, I decided to go visit the mosque once again. When I visited the mosque, at this time, I'm walking, I'm getting close to the mosque, and I'm trying to decide, can I go in? How is it going by myself? Are they going to call the cops on me? Etc., etc. So, when the first thing is entering the mosque alone, number one, right? Number two is, every time I went to the mosque, I saw people walking out, so I was going at the wrong time, right? And number three is, when I finally came across the prayer schedule, it was a task to become familiar how to read the schedule. And the issue is, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have somebody to teach you, you'll kind of miss prayers because you don't know how to read the prayer schedule. Now, once I learned about the prayer schedule, alhamdulillah, I began going to Fajr on a daily basis, and in Union City sometimes the snow was 20 inches, and alhamdulillah we would jog towards the masjid. So this is another privilege that we had, is that we had an administrator. Our brother Sultan worked in that masjid for 15 years, so every time you go to the masjid, there's an administrator in the office. So it facilitated for those that were visiting. So I just, this was in brief my experience my experience with visiting the mosque and meeting Imam al-Hayy, alhamdulillah, who also was approachable and gave me time whenever I had questions. He would answer them for me, and this is something extremely important for an Imam to make time for the new Muslims. Sometimes the new Muslim accepts Islam, he feels embarrassed to ask, right? And sometimes we don't know, and they are going through pains, and sometimes we don't feel those pains, so we think that nothing is happening. So that's something that we should commend when we have imams and we have leaders that are taking the time, sacrificing the time to take care of the new Muslims and cater to them. Remember, the Sahabis, the companions of the Prophet ﷺ in Mecca, a lot of them were converts. A lot of them accepted Islam, right? And how did they take care of each other, right? And when they went to Medina, how did they supported each other? So I just, in yesterday's talk and today is a connection between the journey to the masjid, right, and the meeting of my first Imam, alhamdulillah, and that experience. So inshallah, the next presentation, inshallah, we're going to talk about the sacred pilgrimage in 2002. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.